Oh, I've come back from plot, so I'm going to do a potato reveal in a minute of the 100 days, so I thought, since he's not seen him for a while, if he can get his slow backside over here. Come on, Kain. Yeah, it's water. Come on. Taking it all in his own stride. I'll move up here a bit. So this is just the remain I've just harvested from the allotment, so this is why I grow so much lettuce, because he'll eat this no problem. It's a bit cooler today, but he'll only come over for food. If I didn't have any food, he'd probably try ramming me or something. So they don't look massive, but you don't want him ramming you, because he's like £40, maybe £45 he weighs now. And they're like concrete, and the edges of the shell are like razors, so you've got to be careful with him. So he's an African sulcata. A big reason why I grow my own stuff, really, to be honest. So he's, what is it, 12 this year, I think, in about a month or so. So he's about half grown. But he likes his lettuce, but he ponders around the garden, grazes a bit, you know, when I get him out, when the weather lets me. I've still got to build his house for him and everything yet. So I just thought, since you've not seen him since last year, that he's still perfectly okay. As you can see, there's nothing wrong with his appetite anyway. So I'll leave that with you, Kain. You can deal with that yourself. Right, we'll crack on with gardening. Okay, I'm going to do a 100, well, it's pretty much 100-day reveal. I'm going to do empty 2 out and weigh the pair, and I've got 1 left after these 2 then, and then the other ones whenever they get ready. So we'll just see how they go. Obviously, I've not watered them for about 10 days, so they're pretty light. So get these canes out of the way. So for those who didn't see the last one, I can't what I got now. 4 point something pound, 4.6 pounds or something. Out of the one pot. So just have to see how things go. They went down alright anyway, they were alright. But can't get that cane out. It's probably got a spud that's grown round it or something. I did notice though, a couple of the other spuds had a bit of a soft bit on some of them. So I don't know. I don't think it was blight, but because the tops don't look healthy at all. But I think a lot of that's dieback. But there is some a bit speckly. But nothing showing as yet on the King Edwards up there. Anyway, we'll crack on. I've got some like fresh greenery that's coming up here. The spud right at the top. So the pot's gone a bit weird shaped, it's gone a bit elongated. I'll see a bit of a green potato there, so bucket here for now. Mud in it. And I'll make some room somewhere. Right there for now. Alright, put him in there. Oh bloody hell, moth. I don't know what it was then. Grabbing something and moving around. Right, there we go. Well, I can see some bigger spuds with flat sides on around here. I'll get that tub out of the way. And make the other side. And start trying to, 100 days are pretty big. Nice to see them around the outside, but I like it when you crack them open. There's a big cluster of them in the middle. Plenty of roots. it from around the outside. So now hopefully we crack it. Well, there's not as many as I thought there'd be, but not a bad size. So a bit of it started opening out, like it started to split, that one. Some right big uns. It just gives me a chance to try and see what they're like for anything else. You know, rather than boiling, see what they're like for chipping and all that lot. I mean, I could look on the Potato Council site. So, I mean, that one's got a very soft, mushy top. I don't know. Unless it's some sort of black leg or something like that. Case of filtering through it now and getting rid of the tiny spuds. There's a sea potato, that's a bit manky. The sea potato, well, the skin off a sea potato anyway. The thing is, do we have any more spuds in here? Oh, yep, a couple there. Oh. I mean, it's very dry, that. I've slung this tub over here now. Need it now to put on my composting. Looks like Kain's coming over for a wander. My job is penned in there because he'd be all over the place. Trying to eat him. Same again, it's just that Wicks compost. That's one pot done. Time for the second pot. This one feels a bit heavier, so I don't know if it's just a little bit wetter or it's held on to a bit of moisture, I don't know. Second it is. Tub number 2. A few here. I think some of the potatoes get damaged, you know, when they're touching the side and it gets really hot. I don't think that helps. Especially with the heat we've been having. Oh, there's plenty in there. Sea potatoes. Ugh. So that one's soft as well. I have to watch it with them. I don't think it's blight. There's no signs of much on the foliage. Shouldn't be blight anyway. I hope it ain't. That's a weird one. It's like two connected together. That. Just like hard pressed together with no room to grow. Well, these are 30 litre tubs. These. Well, thereabouts anyway. Plenty of spuds here to last a little while anyway. I don't want to bother with little tiny ones like that. Well, it's not ideal using a wheelbarrow to do this stooped over. Well, today to get caught up on a couple of jobs. And then back to it then. There's another soft one there. I'm not going to weigh them. Yeah, that's near enough for me. Alright, get the good old scales. Trusty carry bag. Try to tip these in without them all going all over the place. Turn them on. Let's see what we get. £8.83. Come over to the camera. I'll try and get over there anyway. I don't know where you can see that, I don't know. Jiggling around a bit, so say £8.8, something like that. So yeah, pretty much similar sort of to the last tub really. Obviously that was 2 tubs. I've got a few there. I mean, there's probably, you know, 6 ounces of spuds there or something like that. Apart from the seed potatoes, they're manky. That's all going to get composted down. It doesn't bother me about composted blighting stuff. Doesn't bother me at all. Right, so that's spuds that'll last for a week or two anyway. Right, so have a look around the rest of the garden. So it's a bit left to its own devices after yesterday's high winds. So we shall have a look anyway. Right, we'll start off down here in the little greenhouse where the cucumbers are. Down a bit lower. They're starting to take off now. These are a bit slower, but they're gradually going now. So I should imagine there'll be somewhere on them. Yeah, so you can see there's a little tiny cucumber starting. Some of the side shoots, I'll snap them out because I don't like keeping them. To be honest, it's just you end up with too many stems growing everywhere. So I'll give them a few more days to get growing a bit before I go and start wounding them. Bung a couple of courgette plants here, which as you can see it's beginning. These are some other sunflowers, giant sunflowers that got really leggy and horrible, so I've just bunged them in there for now. Well, they can stay in there anyway. Over here, these are the other swift ones, obviously desperate for water. A bit more spindly than the other ones, to be honest, so see how they go. King Edwards took one hell of a battering off the winds. I was out here yesterday in the wind trying to support them, but tops were getting broken over, and these need a water as well. And they're a bit of a sod to water. I can do these front ones, but at the back it's a bit of a long process. Either poke a pipe in and pour some water down it, or I put the hose pipe head and click it so it's partially open and just let them gradually fill like that. But these have got a long time to go yet. Probably beginning of August they'll have had about 16-18 weeks, something like that. So we've still got a long time to go. So we'll just have to see how they go. Here in between 2 planks, got some parsnips. All I did was I just got an old handle off a hoe and shoved it in the ground about 10 inches. Filled them up with some seed compost, put about 4 or 5 seeds in each one. Put a plank of wood over for a week, stop the sun from drying them out. And then they've germinated, so I didn't have to chit any. I need to thin them out soon, like. Leeks are in. I was going to film it, but I just needed to get them the job that needed doing. There's plenty of videos now to do it. I just dibbed a hole, about 6 inch deep, dropped the seedlings in, filled those up with water, put a cover over it, a net, just to stop the cats from filling the holes in when they're taking a dump, because they always tend to do that in my garden. Carrots, I've got some mesh. It might be a bit late really to cover them over, but I need to get, that's another job that needs doing at some point. My big onions, had a bit of a disaster with them. I had the clips round them and that, and they just started going all funny, the tops. They'd be like they're getting strangled. So I've kind of had to snap some of them open. But they're starting to perk up a little bit. You know, they're sending a straighter spike out. It wasn't the soil because it was doing it on the ones in the pots as well. Had a little look at the roots on one of them, and there's nothing, bugs are eating them or anything like that. So just see how they go. So I've not done them, you know, proper this year. I've just, you know, I just had enough to just bung in here and leave it at that. Still got plenty of lettuce in that net and greens over there. The Brussels sprouts, they're in. They've been attacked by slugs a bit at the back. I've had to replant some other ones to get them. They're starting to take a bit now. Obviously, as we get a bit of rain, they'll root in a bit better. Some more lettuce, and I've actually got over half a bed spare, and nothing to put in. So it'll get filled with something at some point. And you can see that, got a bit of a butterfly down there. I mean, they're nice and whatnot, but they're not nice when they get on your cabbages. So he's warming himself up. So these are the other Monsieur lettuce. I say I have plenty of Monsieur, and there's some of the Cure lettuce, which like a remain. They're not as good as the Frankie's ones because they do suffer with a bit of heart rot when they get a bit damp. Sweet candle carrots, can't really get in there because everything's in the way, but they're okay. Around here there's my final pot of Swift from that sowing anyway, that planting. Gooseberry bushes, been hammered by the sawfly, grubs here, but there's gooseberries on it. Big long carrots. There's some bodies in here from slugs and whatnot where I've resown. You know, some carrot seedlings, because it's been hard work getting them going. I lost a batch because of my own fault, and you're just battling with slugs all the time. You know, see one over there, crispy one. It's an absolute pain now. So the big carrots might be a rethink for next year. Might not bother with them. I'm looking at the polytunnel. I've not been in here for days, so I imagine things I want de-suckering and sorting out, but it's kind of as I left it after I put my tomatoes in. But everything's growing. I mean, they're getting up to like the 3 foot high mark now. You know, even that little one at the back's overtaken the other one. It's gone all thick and dense at the top for some reason, but I'll see what happens. So give these a bit of a water after, and obviously little sucker there. So if you don't know how to do it, grab the sucker, just pinch it out, and then get rid of it. Also, you will get the odd one on the end of a fruit truss. You can get rid of them as well, because they'll just take the life out of it. So I'll look down the rest of the garden, see what's got happening. So I've had to move this little greenhouse out, which was laying flat down on the ground yesterday, so I need to pack that away. These are my mum's lilies. They're all starting to bloom open now, and some of the petunia seeds that I saved from last year have started to flower now, and of course you always get like a random tomato from your own compost growing everywhere. Same with that bed, just petunias and pansies, and some more lilies. Obviously these are going to get dug up and blocked up somewhere, but yeah, I keep getting a problem with the lily beetle. So if you don't know what they look like, it's that bright red thing. From a distance they might look like a ladybird, but they're not. So and you can tell when you've got the grubs because you'll get this like black goo underneath the foliage. Now, well, you can see that, and underneath that is the you see that, that's all the grubs. That's the larvae stage. So find a good belt with a hose pipe, knocks them off. Try and you jet them like at an upward angle, gets rid of them. But other than that, you see a lily beetle. They have a habit of, when you touch them, they'll drop down and they'll find somewhere to land, and I just crush them as I see them. Some more lilies, mum's lavender, and finally the sweet peas. They're all getting up to, some of them probably, well, they're taller than me now, they're getting up to 6 foot high, some of them. Obviously not from there. I mean, they're probably about 4 foot high from the soil. These, but starting to get some of the flowers now. I thinned them out at the bottom because you get some, you know, they send get the main stem, and then you get like a secondary one come out. You can grow them, or you can, you know, nip them off if you want, or cut them. But it's to allow a bit of airflow, because they do suffer with mildew for a while. Yeah, everything's okay. Bugs around them anyway, smelling them. And the smell off them is really, really nice, really strong. Kind of reminds me of my mum. So I'll be picking some of them soon, and she used to bunch them up and put them in the house, so I'll carry on doing the same. And then I should imagine I'll be saving loads more seeds, because it's just to keep them going, really, in her memory. But it's not really my thing, flowers, but I do it for my mum. On that note, we'll see what Kain's up to. He's just sat there sunning himself now. See if he'll come over. He might do. He's just sunning himself. So, here he comes. So from me and the shelled creature here, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.